Hi, I'm Michael Allison. I'm the Commercial Director at Roma Finance. Thanks for watching again. This week, I'm going to meet somebody else from the world of property. I'm pleased to invite Tony Walker from Help Build.
How you doing, Michael? Okay?
I'm very good, thank you. So, first time on our podcast, and
Yeah.
a podcast.
Yeah,
really.
first podcast.
Yeah,
First
so don't be nervous. It's
Okay.
Today, it's all about your specialist subject, which is you and your business.
Okay.
So what we've been doing recently, we've been meeting people from across different areas and different strands of the property industry to find out what they do, how they've come into it, and what niche they're looking to fulfill. So I guess the first thing is, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
Thank you, Michael. So yeah, I've been in the construction industry for 15 years now. I started off in merchanting, working through sales and management, and then on to working for contractors. So when I was in contracting, I've done estimating, project management, operational management. So I've got a rounded skill set around the construction industry. And last year we launched Help Build. So Help Build is solely there to help people within the construction, property development and self-building industry. We saw a gap in the market and thought, right, now's the time to help people basically and let them concentrate on what they do best and then outsource certain services across to us, which allows them to help build, develop and most of all, make some money from what they're doing.
So fantastic. And obviously, I think the piece I picked out there was 15 years. So a lot, I guess, has changed in the last 15 years. What are the biggest changes that you've seen so far?
The industry, I think we've said before, construction industry is still quite traditional in what they do. They still like dealing with people and it's still a very people-oriented industry, but it is starting to go more digital now. Online world's changing, allowing people to purchase products a lot easier. However, people still like to deal with people within the material purchasing industry, and online estimators are coming on board now. There's a lot more content available to people who are within construction and developing.
Okay. And obviously, when you say the online piece as well, are you seeing that there's a change in the personas of builders, I guess? Because when you think of a builder, I still think of somebody with a Nokia 3210, who shouts everything. Everything's written down a piece of paper in the top pocket. But are things evolving? Do you see in that space?
It still is very much like that. When I was in merchant, we used to say that the average age of a builder on a morning at 7:30 is that plus 40, and in 10 years' time, there is going to be a lot less people on the construction market. However, the guys now who are coming through are more adverse to more ways of developing where they are more savvy with smartphones. Travis Perkins and other merchants like that and MKM all have apps now where you can purchase from, and it is starting to become more of a digital world with merchanting. It's changing. People are more concentrating on branding, and especially in the construction, builders are trying not to fall behind in that, and that's where we're trying to help come on, where we can offer easy digital products to help them move forward and keep up with the industry.
Okay, so just explain a bit more what that easy digital product looks like.
Obviously, generally, as you said, the Nokia 3210 builder, the quote probably came as a bit of a scribble on a piece of paper. That's changing now. People are looking for more detail in their estimates. People are looking for more content. They're looking to see what's actually included in the cost. But one thing that's changed since COVID is the cost of construction. You're still getting the same product, but the material cost for labour cost has gone up considerably now. So whereas your average lean-to extension or refurbishment used to come around 30, 40,000. Now we're talking 50, 75, 100,000. That's a lot of money, but for the same product. So people are wanting to know more of what they're getting from that. So having the schedules, having details and having accurate estimates is so important to making sure it's not just a one line, your project will cost this much. This is what you're getting for project. Also looking after the contractor as well. This is what is not included. This is the more detail we need. So it's looking after both parties really, which is important for making sure that a client and contractor relationship is remained throughout the project.
Certainly, again, thinking back to some of the challenges he had, certainly post-COVID with the cost of materials moving up, etc. How does a company like yours fill that void? What do you do differently to others?
So one of the services we offer is purchasing support. So one thing what people do is they tend to rely on picking up the phone last minute, 4:30, we're going to run out of this. We're trying to offer support services to that. That's to self-builders, developers, contractors. We'll do the purchasing on their behalf. Now, we don't purchase, we don't supply ourselves. We just act on their behalf and do their purchasing. We find them the best deals for their project and for the volumes what they are purchasing. We've got a massive network of suppliers who we can turn to for their project, ensuring that they're paying the right money and also that they're getting the product on time. Lo and behold, the contractors who they're employing, their subcontractors, aren't having stand down time when materials aren't on site. So we can do the full purchasing package, whether that's a full upfront material schedule, so they can then call off their orders, or we can be on hand daily. One of the clients we're working with at the minute, we have a WhatsApp group where they send all their material requests through with how soon they need it, what they need. We go out for purchasing, we purchase on their behalf at the best rate. It's delivered when they require it.
I suppose what that enables them to do is focus on what they do best.
Exactly. And it also stops the biggest thing in merchanting and supplies is invoice checking at the end of a month. We agree a price pre-delivery and it gets delivered, invoice check, and that client is no longer spending their evenings and weekends checking invoices, looking back and trying to locate. We're simplifying the service for them.
Okay. One of the things that we do at Roma Finance is we work, certainly as part of the underwriting and onboarding process, we really do scrutinise those costings in conjunction with the borrower and also with our QS and our friends network, where we look to say, have we got that right? What we're all looking for, we're not looking to scrutinise it to say, are people hiding something? We're looking to say, have we missed something? Because there's nothing worse than an unwarranted cost that comes through.
That is exactly what we're doing. The other part of our service is the estimating and the budget servicing up front. Building regs have changed so much over the years, and I'll give you an example. Rigid insulation, standard insulation's £35-40 a sheet plus VAT. Now to hit current building regs, you're talking about products which now cost £100 plus a sheet, and architects are having to specify that to get it up to current building regs. You miss that when you're doing a takeoff. If you're buying 50 sheets and you miscalculate that by £70 a sheet, that's over a £3,000 cost implication. And that's, it's one product on a build. If you're building 5-10 houses plus, that's a considerable amount of money. And when you're working on smaller margins as it is. So one of the services we offer is we do a full budget from your drawing. We don't use online AI technology. We read through the spec, we do a full takeoff with quantities, and we also make sure that items like that aren't missed, making sure that the person who's going through the development has got ideas up front and doesn't have any nasty surprises as they get into it and then looking for further finance, or it's eaten into their prop. And it's giving lenders confidence that the developer is ensuring, or the self-builder is ensuring, that they've found all the costs up front. It's no longer a fag packet estimate, it's a full schedule of works, and that's one of the services we do up front, giving them the confidence in what they're doing.
Building houses or developing property is no different than any other business.
No.
It's all about managing the margin. It's all about managing your inputs and your outputs, and I think perhaps we've been led to be more sophisticated on the costings these days, even on the smaller schemes. In the past, you wouldn't expect such sophistication on a small scheme, maybe two houses in a garden plot. You wouldn't expect sophistication. But we're certainly seeing that from our borrowers now. And as a lender, actually, we want to see that because we're going into business with that person to create some much needed housing stock.
Exactly, it's ensuring that these houses are built to specification, to the right, and you can't. The days have gone by when you can throw a house up and hope for the best. Building control is becoming a lot more and more complicated. Building regs are becoming a lot more complicated, and everybody, including the client, the designer, and the contractor, all have responsibilities now to ensure it is built to regulation, and that's a really key part in construction.
So I guess that's a different thread than when we started. At first, it was all about controlling your cost and your estimates, but you're actually helping people with regulation as well.
Definitely. We offer project management services as well. One thing about Help Build is we're not in about just getting a quick invoice out and getting paid. We're about helping people from a project. When you invest in Help Build, whether it would be through budgeting, purchasing, or project management, we will help you through the project. Pick up the phone, drop us a message, and we will help people. And that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to gain relationships for years to come, and they turn to us. The one thing we're looking to do is to start webinars. We're going to be starting that within a couple of months, and we're working in conjunction with Roma on that, and we will be offering free advice. That is it. We're going to be looking to offer people little tips, little ideas, and guides on not to fall short in construction.
Yeah, listen, I think for us, relationships are key, and we're a big believer that you should put more into relationship than you expect to get out. And that way you'll never be disappointed. And certainly giving up some free advice or information. That's what people want. They want content. People will hopefully be watching this video to see what content they can get from it. And I think as long as you're willing to do that, you'll find that in the future you get the reward on that. You get the return on investment.
And that's our idea. We're looking to develop. We're not looking at standing still. We're looking at develop relationships, moving forward, and growing with the industry, and becoming a name where people turn to, and we get recommended from our previous clients, and that's the stage we're starting to get to now.
Brilliant. Okay, so what do you see as being the future for help and the building industry as a whole?
The building industry needs to invest in younger people. That's the biggest challenge coming through the industry now. We've got to make it more attractive to the younger generation. That's definitely a part where everybody can help. In terms of help build, we're looking to add services. So we're looking at the minute, our main services, estimating, the purchasing services and project management. From that, we're looking to add health and safety. We're looking to add media management. We're looking to add accountancy assistants, admin assistants. So the whole idea of us is you don't need to employ full-time members of staff to help your business run. What we're looking to do is offer outsourcing services for people when they need it. So property development, for example, not always busy 12 months of a year. 6 months of the year, they can be absolutely inundated. So outsource to us, relieve the workload a little bit, stop working weekends and evenings, trying to do parts, and get services from ourselves which can help. So the long-term goal is to offer every service you could want within construction, within developing, and adding value to your business and releasing that workload.
Fantastic. Well, listen, good luck, and Roma are looking forward to being part
Really
of the
looking
webinar.
forward to working with you guys too.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much, Tony.
Cheers, thank you.
And thanks very much, everybody, for watching, and hopefully see you again soon. Thank you.